Good day guys, it's Tati here, and this is another episode of my Ruthless Hardcore SSF adventures with BAMA Guardian. Another 3 days has passed since last episode. Let's check out quickly the slash plate and slash kills on the character. Almost 500,000 monster kills, level 91 and 20% in now. All these 3 days I will basically only farming red maps non-stop. Like I said in the plans in the previous video, I wanted to test if it's possible to pretty much just run maps and do no extra content besides like collecting corpses, and it actually worked. So here's my atlas. It's purely based on map sustain and corpse collection. I will link these atlas tree in the description of the video, and here are the results. So I started 3 days ago with having 13 red tier maps in my stash. There was 12 tier 11 maps and 1 tier 12 map. And here where we are at now. So I completed a total of already 108 red tier maps, and right now I'm at 41 maps in my stash. There are still mostly tier 11 maps, but I still have already some tier 15 maps already. Yeah, tier 14, tier 12, tier 13. So it works really well. Progression is still going step by step towards tier 16 maps. There's been a lot of other things happening. Let's take a look at the clips. So I found 2 more Nameless Seers, and here's what I got from them. The first one was only 4 unique items, and obviously nothing good for my build. I ended up taking this cane stuff for Chaos Dot. Yeah, I got only 4 uniques. That was in tier 11 map in Falcon River. Really bad Nameless Seer. And I got a 3rd Nameless Seer total on this run. This time it's tier 14 map, Estuary. Let's see what kind of uniques I got this time. There's a Nameless Seer. I really wanted to get a Mage Blood, but I didn't get it. Okay, this time it's 6 unique items. I got this unique Quiver. That was still nothing good to take though. I just took the leveling belt, the Mega Nurse Girdle. Nothing was impressive, yeah. Next, so this is pretty much in the beginning of my... Actually, let me remove these counters. At the beginning of collecting of red maps. So at this point, I already completed 12 red maps, as you can see, and I had 11 maps in the stash. So it sometimes would drop, right? The number of red maps I have drops and goes higher and higher. Like on average. The lowest I had is like 8 maps in the stash at some point. Yeah, now I got to 41 maps. And here I dropped 1 red map. And then, literally a couple of monsters after that, I started dropping more and more red maps. There's another 1 red map. And another one! Another red map. Wow. Okay, 3 maps back to back. Tier 12, tier 13. That was very good. And yeah, so actually a really important thing happened here on this clip. Determination Aura dropped. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's pretty much like the only thing I was missing defense-wise. My physical damage mitigation was not on a great level, but now finally, since I started using determination, my armor is 14,000, 14,300, and I use automation support on Molten Shell now. So most of the time I have 18,500 armor because Molten Shell uptime is really good. Eventually I plan to spec into increased skill effect duration even more. So uptime of Molten Shell is going to be even better. That was an amazing drop. I finally got this aura. That was like top priority aura for me to farm, to drop, and it finally happened. I still would want to get haste aura to use with Guardian's Blessing on my prismatic clones. So here I was doing some June missions, and this is Tora in transportation. She allows you to choose like 1 gem out of selection of gems. So yeah, this is like one way to potentially get some gems you need. I got 1 support gem here and 1 gem with quality. I think there was tier 2 Tora in transportation. So I mean, technically it's farmable, I guess. You can try to farm Tora non-stop in transportation and try to get some gems this way. But I think just dropping gems naturally from monsters while farming corpses is like even nicer. And yeah, so here's gonna be a series of clips. Another thing I decided to test on Atlas tree, besides pure map sustain, is this keystone, right? Thorough exploration. If there is less than 50 monsters remain in the map, the final map bosses will be empowered by Wildwood Wisps. So Wildwood Wisp is a mechanic from the previous league, from Affliction, and it makes bosses like way stronger, and they're supposed to drop like way better loot, right? You would think so. So I was curious. I completed, I think, 13 maps with this keystone allocated. Only red tier maps from tier 11 to tier 14 maps, and just quick succession of clips to see what kind of loot I was getting from them. So that was tier 12 map boss, Crimson Temple. Oh yeah, so the boss already killed. I got 2 blue items. So that was very bad. This is tier 11 map. So I just killed the boss. He was buffed with Wildwood Wisps. I got 1 rare item and 2 blue items. Still very bad. This is another tier 11 map here. So you can see Vivid's empowered, right? That means that the boss is buffed with wisps. So here I got a map actually from the boss and 1 rare and 2 blue items. Well, so far it's still pretty like normal loot you expect to get from bosses. Next map, I already got 2 red tier maps in the boss room. This is Necropolis tier 12 map. But yeah, I'm killing the boss here. And the boss dropped 2 rare items, 1 blue item. Still like doesn't seem to be impactful. I can't really see the difference between not having wisps and having wisps. So this is tier 14 map Maze boss Val Oversoul. It's right here. It's I think it's double empowered even. Yeah, it had blue and yellow wisp empower. I got 1 portal scroll and 2 blue items. Really terrible. And by the way, so the bosses take like way longer to kill. They're also way more powerful. So far from having like this first 5 maps completed with this keystone, that was extremely underwhelming. The bosses are way harder. Like it takes way longer to kill them, and literally no additional rewards. Nothing. All right, another Crimson Temple, tier 12. Another Wisp-Empowered boss. So this time, the Ichor was a guaranteed drop from the altar. So that doesn't count, I guess. So I got 2 blue items again, a gem, and a unique item. Well, yeah, that was like... Getting unique is quite unusual because I have almost no rarity on my gear. So maybe that was like the result of this Wisp empowering. So yeah, here's another boss, tier 13 map, Mineral Spools, and yeah, the boss is dead. 2 rare items, 1 blue item. Absolute trash. Like, I look sad right now. Another map, so let's watch all the drops to have decent sample size. Oh yeah, that's the boss already dead. 1 rare item, 1 blue item. So not worth it. It's incredible how bad it is. Okay, so that was a double boss this time. There was a twinned Crimson Temple. So I killed both bosses empowered by wisps. Let's see. Okay, here we're gonna take a look at the whole boss fight. So it takes longer to kill them. I have really big damage. Yeah, so 1 boss dropped... yeah, 2 blue items and 1 map. And the second boss will drop 2 blue items, 1 rare item, and so also 1 map. Yeah, so some more map drops from bosses. Well, that's also pretty usual. Like, every now and then you do drop maps from bosses. So yeah, I don't feel like it felt like a special loot reward from Wisps empowering. Another boss, tier 13. I'm disappointed again, as you can see. 2 rare items, 1 blue item. Yeah, really bad. Wait, yeah, I killed the boss here. So another map, another boss kill. I got another unique, so that was... so I got a total of 2 uniques from 12 maps when bosses were Wisp empowered. And I have only like 13% rarity on my gear. So yeah, I guess I could feel a little bit of additional rarity from bosses as a result of Wisp empowering. This is cold conversion gloves, by the way. And yeah, so sometimes bosses also can be double empowered with 2 types of wisps, right? I already killed Maze boss like this. So this time, this boss also dropped like a couple of blue items. Was it multiple empowered boss? I forgot on this clip. No, there was single empowered, only yellow wisps here. Another really terrible, pathetic loot. And Shrine tier 13 map, Piety. So she dropped another map, tier 14 this time. I was quite happy. And then 3 blue items, 1 rare item. So yeah, that was all. all the clips of bosses. TLDR. So this keystone, right? It makes bosses way more tanky and also way scarier because sometimes they get these additional projectiles or like a bunch of extra damage. I personally don't want to use this keystone anymore on hardcore. On softcore, I guess if you travel past this node anyway on tree, probably it makes sense to take it, just because for one passive investment, every now and then you will get additional loot from bosses, which can be quite useful, right? But yeah, I mean, I was really not impressed. It doesn't seem to be good at all, this thorough exploration keystone. Then another thing I tried to do is to do some meat finding, right? I used some Meatsacks all flames. I already showed killing some Meatsacks in previous videos, so there's gonna be like 3 Meatsacks on one screen. There's 1 Meatsack, 2nd Meatsack, and 3rd Meatsack. Yeah, so here's the loot, just a bunch of white items, some wisdom scrolls, and a bunch of white items and scrolls. So initially, all these Meatsacks felt really bad, but then finally I get to spawn randomly some rare Meatsacks with some decent modifiers, and finally there was some loot explosions, I guess. So that's how many rare items? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 rare items, a bunch of blue items, and GCP. Pretty solid loot explosion, even though it took like more than a minute to kill this monster. It was really tanky. Another case of Meatsack over here. There's actually 2 rare Meatsacks I want to kill, as far as I remember. And yeah, loot explosion incoming. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, so plenty of rare and blue items. By the way, you probably noticed that in my filter I started filtering out rare items now. So I stopped picking up every single rare for alchemy shards. Because, like, I'm not alching my maps, by the way. Yeah, I forgot to mention that I'm using transmutes on them. But yeah, so there was loot from 2 rare Meatsacks. They both dropped a map. Even though, yeah, there's a low tier map and a lot of rare items. So of course, every time I used an Meatsack All Flame Ember on a pack with like strongest monster in the pack has a bunch of additional quantity from the Lantern of Arimor. And was that another Meatsack kill? Yeah, another big Meatsack kill. And I think it will be another loot explosion. Yeah, another one. This time it drops even a unique item, a Scarab, Support Gem, and 3 rare items. Actually 4 rare items. And a bunch of blue items. So having such loot explosions in Ruthless is quite a unique experience. So like that was something, certainly. And yeah, so that was a highlight of one of the days. My character almost died. I got saved by Omen. As you can see, the clip name is Saved by Omen. I was doing ritual. Let's see what happened here. It's gonna be so bad. Oh no, there is a Soul Eater. Not sure if I really like this one. Oi. Yeah, so I logged out in the end. I didn't die. I dropped to 500 HP. My Omen got procced, so you can see that Omen of Death's Door has been consumed. It gave me 3 seconds of physical damage immunity, so that clearly saved me here. So yeah, that was actually a pretty tricky situation. There was like Degen Ray from the altar. There was a bunch of rare monsters that are really fast chasing me. And I was not sure, like, I really was considering to log out already at this point. But also I wanted to maybe create a portal, but creating a portal would be also tricky because I would have to stand still, so a lot of monsters would attack me immediately. I'm quite amazed how I didn't get stunned, like way before the moment where I took a bunch of damage. I got the double stunned here, right before logging out. So yeah, I got saved. I got saved by the Omen. Yeah, I think 523 life is the lowest I dropped here. That was so scary. I really thought, maybe this is it. This could be it. There was tier 12 map, by the way, yeah. Maybe some damage modifier too. Yeah, there was Impale on the map, clearly. I have Impale stacks. And there was Wither stacks. So there was, I guess, extra chaos damage. Oh, so scary. Okay, another highlight. I dropped the tier 15 map finally, and I wanted to complete my last tier 16 map and complete it. So I used the Harbinger Orb on tier 15 map. I had 400 orbs, and oh, I got Beachhead. I got a Beachhead unique map. So it's a tier 15 map with a special Harbinger boss and additional Harbingers in the middle of the map. So here, how's the loot from Beachhead boss looks like in Ruthless. Here's the fight from the final boss of this map. I'm about to kill him. So yeah, keep spawning a bunch of Harbingers. If you've never seen this map before, yeah, the only way to get this map is to use a Harbinger orb on maps. And there will be chance to get such map. So I got 2 Ancient Shards and a bunch of Horizon Shards, basically. And also you guarantee to drop a piece of a unique item. But it's gonna be probably like almost impossible for me to collect all the pieces of this shield. So yeah, I mean, total from this map I got like 7 or 8 Horizon Orbs and a couple of Ancient and Fracturing Shards. Well, I mean, not too bad. I actually also dropped some red maps here, so that felt good, actually. At least transmuted. Now we go all in. We're gonna bloody Alchemy Slam it. Yeah, so another funny clip. I used Orb of Alchemy on Arcanist Strongbox in tier 13 map. Arcanist Strongbox is the one that drops currency items. So I thought maybe I get some good currency. Let's find out. Get ready, guys. Big investments and big outcome. Risk reward is gonna be amazing. Oh my god, I got some trash, I think. Oh my god, no! Oh no! Yeah, so I invested in Orb of Alchemy into this Strongbox and I got one singular Transmutation Orb drop. Transmutation is like the currency you get from everywhere in Ruthless. You get like by selling rare items pretty much, so I have like hundreds of them already. It was absolutely useless drop and it's only one piece of currency that felt so funny and stupid that it happened this way specifically. And in chat, I was suggested to just transmute it before. So I could invest in transmute and get transmute back, but I wasted an alchemy orb. Well, I mean, it's not really a big deal, but that was, I think, funny. And another clip here. Actually, wait, let me check if I have Stonebind right now. Use gemlings if you have a lot. I have a lot of gemlings. Oh, challenge completed, just like that. What did I do? I teleported to hideout. That's what I did. But wait, what? Yes, I teleported to hideout, and technically, like, after that, I completed the challenge. So I thought it was funny the way it happened. So yeah, apparently, the challenge I completed was to kill 100 rare monsters under certain condition in like red maps with 4 modifiers, I think, something like that. So I guess while teleporting, one of my minions finished the rare monster number 100. So challenge completion happened like when I arrived to hideout. Like, hey, challenges are pretty easy. Challenges are completely different in Ruthless, by the way. There's only 8 of them. And the last clip, so I killed Mastermind, by the way. Yeah, that was monster level 78 Masterminds. That was my first Mastermind. Killed this league because I didn't really try to target farm Masterminds yet so far. And the first one dropped Cane of Kulamag. That's a really cool, unique stuff that potentially can be really good. So you get 3 veiled modifiers which you can unveil. And I got from first 2 modifiers 181 increased spell damage and 51 cast speed. So that was a really good caster stuff. And on the last choice, I got choice between like increased physical damage and attacks penetration. So I had to take increased physical damage. There's a lot of creases in chat here. This is not so good of a modifier. That was really likely for me to get +3 to socketed support gems instead. But yeah, that's what I got. Well, this still could be useful if I would use Battle Mage, I guess. But not as lucky as I would want it to be. So that was all the clips from this past 3 days. It's been pretty fun. So yeah, red maps completion, red maps progression with the Atlas, and I'm still accumulating corpses, and literally today I'm ready to craft another big item with Grave. I collected 6 modified tier rating corpses over the last 3 days, and I'm actually not sure which item to craft. Like, I prepared already a couple of recipes here. So this is a quiver. Is that a quiver? No, it's an amulet. Yeah, maybe I craft an amulet with life, rarity on prefixes, and a bunch of like stats, attributes on suffixes. Maybe I should craft Yeah, this is a quiver. So on quiver I can have life and damage with both skills on prefixes, and then on suffixes crit chance, crit multi, and then most likely resistance on suffix as a third suffix. Yeah. So yeah, I can guarantee, like almost guarantee, right? It's gonna be very likely to get another 1 GG item. And this is potentially a ring I'm thinking about crafting, where I get life and rarity on prefixes, and on suffixes I probably get either attributes, or I could spec into resistances instead. So yeah, preparing some recipes. Not sure what I'm gonna go for in the end. You probably will get to know about that in the next video I will release soon about my adventures. So getting closer to be able to collect boss fragments, right? Like I progressed my red maps into almost enough maps for tier 14 plus grind. Obviously, when I will get to tier 14 plus maps, I will need to also spec into chance to drop boss fragments in tier 14 plus maps here and probably here as well. But I'm still not quite there yet, so probably more grinding of red maps. Maybe we're gonna test some more different fun things from the Atlas tree. So that was pretty fun to test thorough exploration. I also have this keystone in the middle, right? Every map I open have 5 additional random notables from Atlas tree. So sometimes I get something actually impactful. Like for example, every now and then I get random essences from it. So that's pretty good to have, good note to use for one passive. And I needed to access this chance to found maps 1 tier higher anyway. So I had to travel either through Bold and the Takens or this. Decided to go through the right. So yeah, smooth progression so far. There was only one close moment where I almost died. I got saved by Omen. Hopefully I will survive to actually be able to kill some endgame bosses. So some crafting today with Graveyard, and looking forward to making another video in the next few days. We'll see you guys then. Bye bye.